Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast. Drizzy Drake just had a major victory in court against UMG. This week, he also dropped a video for Nokia, and Nokia is climbing the Billboard charts. Maybe I should rejoin the Drake fan club. Nah, I'm good. I'll just stay here by the sidelines. Sorry, Drizzy. Donald Trump revealed his new tariff plan Wednesday afternoon, and he seems elated, while the rest of us are here checking our apps, looking at the stock market, literally going crazy. What the? Why? DDG has come out and admitted the $1.5 million Ferrari he claims he bought for his son's first birthday was not actually bought. He just rented it. Bro, nobody believes you anyways. This guy's such a clown. Reports are that Keke Palmer is being canceled over having Jonathan Majors on her podcast. How are we going to cancel Keke Palmer? That's Aquila from Aquila and the Bee. That's like canceling Mary from Mary Had a Little Lamb. Come on, y'all. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. You can't cancel Mary, and you can't cancel Keke. And that fleece was white as snow. It's Friday, y'all. What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, y'all, we have finally made it to the mountaintop. It's Friday, and I got a great show set up for y'all. Whoop, whoop. It's the weekend, y'all. All right, I have a good show set up for you guys for your Friday. I have 3 lead stories. We're going to kick it off by talking about a judge that has ruled in Drake's favor, a huge win for Drake in the UMG case. Trump has set his tariffs. Liberation Day is here, and the stock market has also plummeted. And the DA wants Young Thug to go back to jail. In quick news, we are going to talk Elon Musk, Damon Wayans, Antonio Brown, DDG, Adam22, Rubi Rose, Cenat, Kevin Gates, Kanye West, and Keke Palmer. As always, we're going to close out the show with comments of the day, social discussion, question of the day, and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, or your devices way up. I'm about to start this Friday show. Let's go. Our first lead story. Drake scores victory in defamation lawsuit against UMG. Judge grants access to Kendrick Lamar's contracts and key documents. All right, I don't like that title. Scores victory. Scores a major, huge, monumental victory. Are you kidding me? Drake is going to have access to Universal's emails, text messages. He gets to depose close to 50 or 60 people in the UMG building. This is almost unprecedented. This is crazy. Drake made strides in his defamation lawsuit against Universal Music Group over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. A judge ruled that Drake could access Lamar's contract and other key documents, denying UMG's request to halt the discovery. Drake's attorney emphasized the importance of revealing what UMG is trying to hide. UMG has argued that discovery process would cause excessive costs. The billion-dollar company. You think they care about excessive costs? Give me a break. In January, Drake filed a lawsuit claiming UMG promoted false narratives about him through Lamar's song, including defamation portraying the false sentiments. Okay, here is the statement. So a statement from Drake's attorney on judge denying UMG's motion to stay discovery. So before I even read this, I'll get to it, but this is huge. They went to court saying that we have a dismissal trial that's coming up in, I think it's like May or June, to dismiss the case, okay? But the reason why this is so huge is that Drake, before the judge even hears the case, if it's going to get dismissed, they were trying now to stop the discovery process. And the judge says, no, you could go on with the discovery. Like I just told you that he could get into emails, contracts, and do all of that. And as much as I like to see this go through just for the sake of exposing the music industry, who has done horrible things to artists throughout the past 40 or 50 years, it's crazy that he gets to have all this access and the case might still even get dismissed. It's like putting the cart before the carriage. Like, it doesn't really make sense. You know what I mean? Like, but anyways, that's a huge win for him. A pre-trial conference this morning in New York, this was yesterday morning, a judge ruled that Drake's legal team can begin the discovery process, which is likely to include deposing key executive and requesting documents for production. The move comes as a response from UMG's request to the court to delay discovery. That motion has now been denied. In response to today's ruling, Drake's lead attorney said, "It's now time to see what UMG was so desperately trying to hide." Crazy. Now, here's what I was talking about just 2 seconds ago. The hearing for UMG's motion to dismiss Drake's New York lawsuit is set for June the 30th, 2025. At this hearing, the judge will hear arguments against the motion to dismiss or to have the trial go on. So June 30th, the judge could hear both sides and be like, yeah, this is dismissed. But even if it gets dismissed, Drake gets to have access to everything. What Universal doesn't want is for him to have access to everything. Drake has already won, basically. Even if he loses the case, he still wins. Do you guys understand now why this is so huge? All Drake wants to do, Drake doesn't care about the lawsuit. He doesn't care about whatever could come from it. I've told you guys repeatedly, Drake wants to battle Universal Music with his contract. His contract for $400 million is up. 4 albums, done. It's up for renewal, and he wants $1 billion from them. He is arguing with them saying, yo, you try to, promote Kendrick's song more than mine, to trying to make me look bad out here so that you can come back now and say, look, we're not going to give you $1 billion this time. We want to give you maybe the same contract or even less because you're not as cool anymore. All Drake wants to do is be able to threaten to expose them. And now he'll be able to do that because he gets access to all of these paperworks and documents. He has access to Kendrick Lamar's contract. Craziness. Now, yes, from a legal standpoint, it's not like Drake could take the discovery and then go put it on his Instagram, but there's things that Universal, trust me, does not want Drake to know or find out. I feel like just the fact that the judge allowed them to go through with the discovery, I think they will probably settle out of court and it won't even go to dismissal. The fact that he gets to depose and see all of their emails and all that stuff, I feel like Universal will probably fold their hand and be like, all right, Drake, let's sit down and talk. You won. What do you want? What contract do you want? All right, I want 4 albums. I want my masters. I want publishing. I want this. I want $1 billion. Trust me, from what I know about court and how companies work, the last thing you want people to do, especially an artist, is get in your books. This is unprecedented. We've learned that Drake's legal team is planning to depose 56 people. 56 people will be named and will have to sit down for a deposition. Craziness. Drake's legal team expected to complete discovery in October 2025. The judge stated this is an aggressive deadline and she would like them to set a new deadline. The judge is like, yo, October 2025? No, you need longer. Like, this is Universal. You need to go through all of their books and all their paper. You actually need longer. Let me just tell me a date and I'll give you a longer window to just go through the biggest record label in the world, go through all their paperwork and depose people. Crazy. Point 5 is we did not get to set a trial date. This conference was the first of many that will be held, assuming the case survives dismissal. We'll learn when the trial date will be later. Again, see, the judge is like, well, we don't even know if there's going to be a trial because it could get dismissed June 30th. Yo, Drake has good lawyers, man. Seriously, this is crazy. I don't know why people are not making more of a big deal about this. Anyways, Megan tweeted this out. Y'all know Megan, the trial attorney and our correspondent. She helps me with all the Diddy stuff and Tory Lanez. Megan tweeted this out and said, a judge today rejected UMG's motion to stay discovery in Drake's lawsuit over Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. And Drake's lawyer emailed me this celebratory press release. And it said, Now it's time to see what UMG was so desperately trying to hide. They emailed Megan, was like, yo, Megan, tell Fox News and everybody about this. Crazy. Yeah, man, this is not going to get to June 30th dismissal, because what are we? April? So April, May, June. That's 3 months. You could depose at least 20 people in that timeline, contracts. You could get, Universal does not want Drake going through his stuff. Anyways, woo! I love this. I love the business side of it. This is not a music side or Kendrick or Drake. I don't even care about that. I'm off the Drake fan club. I just like the court end of it, and I like the little guy fighting the big guy. You guys know my history. I took Nike to court. I won. It was a big, long process. It was tough. It was scary, but I did it. So I'm always going to fight for the little guy against the machine. And you guys also know I was in the music industry for 10 years and got out of it for reasons like this, just horrible contracts. You've heard Michael Jackson talking about it, Prince. I mean, you hear it all the time. Not a great name to mention, but Kanye West, like everybody talks about artists not getting their just due, their royalties, their masters, this owns, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Universal does not want to play and have this be exposed. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. Again, if you like Drake or Kendrick, who won the beef. This is way bigger than the beef. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our second lead story, stock market plummets as Donald Trump announced tariff changes. Okay, just a heads up quick before I read this article. The way how we tape our show, we couldn't get Trump's Wednesday announcement because he announced it afternoon. At how we tape our show for Thursday morning, it just cut and we couldn't get it in. So I'm going to give you guys my opinions about it now, okay? The stock market plummeted on Thursday after President Donald Trump announced widespread tariffs of at least 10% with even steeper rates for certain countries, putting further strain on an already struggling U.S. economy. Trump made this announcement yesterday after the markets closed, Wednesday, after the markets closed, as what he referred to as Liberation Day. As reported by CNBC, the S&P 500 fell 4%, heading to its worst day since September 2022. The Dow Jones Industry Average dropped 1,500 points or 4%. Retail that relies heavily on imports were among the hardest hit, with Five Below losing 25%, Dollar Tree dropping 9%, Gap plunging 20%. Tech stocks also suffered. One went 5%, Tesla falling 3.5%. Other companies took a major hit like Nike and Apple, which fell 11% and 9%. Ouch. The White House announced a 10% base tariff on all imports effective April the 5th. Additional tariffs will be imposed on countries that have historically charged high rates on U.S. goods. We will charge them approximately half of what they've been charging us, Trump stated during the press conference. So the tariffs will not be fully reciprocated. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I think about this. There's positive and negatives. Just want to show you guys here that Jamaica, 10%. Little old Jamaica, man. Leave my country out of this, Trump. Okay, no, seriously. Okay, look. I talked about this, I don't remember when it was, Tuesday or Wednesday maybe. And I said, one of the difficulties I think Trump is not realizing, he knows. But one of the things that I think he's going to be able to overcome, which I don't think he can overcome, let me put it that way, is the fact that for this to work, he would have to be in power for 8 years. If he did this at the beginning of his first term, and then hopefully that he would get to his 8th term, it would be beneficial. It would still be hard now, but for manufacturing to come back to the US, for these companies to make investments and do all of these sweeping changes that he would like, it would take years. Multi-billion-dollar companies plan 2, 3, 4 years ahead. So for them to make a drastic change like this, I don't think they're going to be able to do it. And the chances of the next president coming in, if it be Republican, are not likely for them to keep these tariffs. And if a Democrat comes in, they won't keep these tariffs either. There's already some Republicans right now that are actually trying to block the Canadian tariffs. I just read quickly before I started here that it has been voted on and it passed in the Senate. It's expected to stall in the House, but who knows, okay? So the fact that it can't go 8 years, what major companies are going to do is going to say, okay, well, this sucks. 25% tariff on cars, this, aluminum, steel, blah, blah, blah. We'll just hand it over to the customer. Business won't be great, but after 3 years, Trump is going to be gone or somebody's going to be gone or whatever's going to happen. So I don't think the change that he would like is going to happen. So that's the negative. Here's the positive in it. And I know some of you are not going to like it, but this is how my brain works. There's always good and bad with everything. And I think in a democratic society, it's good to see both sides, okay? One, and you guys are not going to like this, Trump has been saying this for years, before he was even president. And he campaigned on this. Everybody knew it was coming. I would like to give him credit for sticking to what he campaigned on. I know a lot of you don't like that, but how many people campaign on something and then don't do what they say? I'm going to give him credit for that. There's somebody in the comments that said something that we're going to talk about it more in comments of the day, and I'll address it further, but that's one. Two, these tariffs are not something that's like the Supreme Court where you put a justice there and they're there for a lifetime. As easily as he put them on, he could take them off tomorrow. Donald Trump, even when he was campaigning, he said he wants to use this as a negotiation tactic. Are all tariffs created equal and are they all perfect? No. He would like to change them. He has campaigned and said that he would like to get America back to their golden ages. And he feels like a lot of countries have been ripping the US off, and he would like to change it. Instead of going to the negotiation table with nothing, he would rather say, I'm willing to have the stock market plummet. I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to take the backlash. I'm willing to do that to show you when we negotiate that I'm not playing around. So take these tariffs off of America, bring some manufacturing back here, if you want them off. Like I said earlier in the first lead story, I have battled major corporations. I've had battles with Adidas. I've had battles with Nike. I've had battles with Levi. I have battles with Puma. As a retailer, I had, 40, 50 accounts. Sometimes things go well. We're all making money. And sometimes a brand will make a change that it's affecting my business and they just want me to stick with it. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to stick with it. And I will have to not buy their brand for a while. I did it with Vans. I've done it with Asics. This is what companies do. And sometimes, again, I'm not justifying, I'm just trying to explain to you that it's like where he's coming from. Sometimes when a brand makes a decision that I'm not in favor of, or I don't think that it's good or whatever, when you come to negotiate, I'll send in an order where I may have ordered, 50,000 shoes. I'm only going to submit an order of 10,000. Okay. I am taking a hit. I'm going to lose money. I may not be able to, give my staff a raise, or I might not be able to open another store. Or I may not be able to do stuff. But in the short term, I let Vans know, or Adidas know, or Nike know that I'm not playing around. I'm not going to get pushed around, and I'm willing to make the sacrifice for a better tomorrow. And I've lost some battles and I've won some battles. And my biggest was against Nike because they were my biggest supplier. So I bring it back to Trump and tariffs. It's my hope that Donald Trump is doing this in the spirit of America and really having America in mind, and not just to give tax breaks to the billionaires or other things that could be going on. There's rumors of a bunch of other theories of things, right? I hope that it's for the best for America, and he would like to negotiate better trade deals. And this only lasts a couple of months, and then it's all renegotiated and signed. And the loss that we have taken and I have taken, listen, I'm not going to get into my business, but I lost a lot of money yesterday. I'm very heavily invested in the stock market. It's huge. However, anybody who has stocks or anybody who has 401ks or whatever, you know it goes up and down. And like I just explained to you, sometimes you got to take 2 steps back to take 4 steps forward. So yes, we have a stock market crash right now. Let's hope in the next 3 or 4 months, things are renegotiated and things could get better in the long run. And then where you were at yesterday, we could make that back up and then go ahead. Again, sound off below. Let me know what you think about it. I know a lot of you guys are not happy. Even Republicans are not happy because when you start messing with people's money, people are not happy. But I'm not trying to defend him. I'm not a Donald Trump fan. Don't tell me I'm right. Don't tell me I'm left or whatever. I'm talking to you from a negotiation standpoint. I'm talking to you from a business standpoint. And I just hope. I think that we should wait to fully see give it by the end of the summer. Give it by the end of the summer. And then if things haven't changed, if we haven't renegotiated, then we can maybe decide to impeach him or something. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our third lead story, Fulton County prosecutors request to have Young Thug's probation revoked. All right, there's a lot of people on both sides of this situation. Young Thug's probation is at risk of being revoked. According to WSB-TV, records show that prosecutors with Fulton County District Attorney's Office has filed a motion to revoke the probation of Young Thug. As we previously reported, the rapper was sentenced to 15 years probation and is currently subject to a 10-year ban from the metro Atlanta area. Court documents say, since sentencing, the defendant has engaged in conduct that threatens the safety and witnesses of prosecutors, compromising ongoing legal procedures and warrants immediate revocation of probation. The motion says the integrity of this court and the safety of those individuals in this prosecution are at risk. This comes after Young Thug calls out Marissa and calls her the biggest liar in the DA office. In addition, they are blaming Young Thug for the actions of other random people with direct consequences who are posting about Marissa on social media. All right, let me give you some context. I don't know why I just did this. It's Friday. You guys know I get excited on Fridays. Okay. So I think on Wednesday's episode, I was talking to you about Young Scooter. Maybe it was yesterday's episode. Young Scooter. And I said his son and Young Thug are calling out saying that the police are trying to cover up the unaliving of Young Scooter. Okay. And I showed you guys a tweet. And this is what I showed you. I'm going to put it up again. He says, biggest liar in the DA office. So this wasn't only to Young Scooter. There's also another case going on with Little Baby, which I didn't tell you guys about yesterday because it's like just too much. And she is an undercover detective and she was in court. So Young Thug tweeted this out. The problem here is A, like what's he doing talking about other court procedures when he's on probation? And B, she's an undercover detective. When there is cameras in the courtroom, the cameramen and everybody are instructed not to show her because they're not supposed to reveal her identity. She's undercover. So why would Young Thug be posting her picture online when you're on probation? Makes no sense. Now, like I said, there's people on both sides. Some people are saying, hey, this is just a tweet. He didn't give out her name. He didn't say anything. He just said biggest liar in the DA's office. What's the problem with that? We have a constitutional right to have free speech. That's one side. The other side is, bruh, you were just in jail for 2.5 years with the longest case in Atlanta history. You were facing life in prison. You got off. You beat it with probation and time served. Why Why are you trying to exercise your constitutional right? Why even try to get yourself involved in this? If I was him, I wouldn't talk about no case. I wouldn't tweet out anything else but going and walking in the forest and the sunset. I'd be like, wow, it's a beautiful sunset today. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you guys remember, Young Thug's lawyer didn't even want him to take the plea deal. He's like, yo, I could beat this case for you. But Young Thug was like, listen, I've been in here for 2.5 years. I don't want to risk the chance of spending another day here. I will take how many ever years probation they give me if I could be let out. And what has it been, 3 or 4 months later? How soon we forget? You forget what it's like to be in jail and shackled and all of this stuff, and you're just tweeting these things out? Your lawyer told you not to take probation. He told you how easy it can be for you to slip up when you're on probation. I have said it many times to you guys here. People get put on probation and they get watched. Oh, one little thing. There's conditions, all these conditions, and they will just pick up anything at any time. Anyways, I get the freedom of speech and all that stuff, but why play? Why even take the chance? Very quickly, Young Thug deleted that tweet and all his other tweets about Young Scooter and everything. And he came out and said, I don't make threats to people. I'm a good person. I would never condone anyone threatening anyone or definitely participate in threatening anybody. I'm all about peace and love. Anyways, Young Thug took to X with a tweet following reports of Fulton County District Attorney's Office filing a motion to revoke his probation. Now, I have a video of Fani Willis. Before I play it for you, I'll just read this. So Fani Willis says she thinks that Young Thug's post qualifies as GAN activity because it threatens law enforcement. Brian Steele also gave WSB-TV a statement saying nothing Thug did violates the term of his probation. Fani Willis says she thinks that Young Thug should go to jail, back to jail, do not pass go, do not collect $200. She wants him back in jail. Take a listen to Fani.
District Attorney Fani Willis.
What our motion is concerned about is that we certainly believe that his post was to threaten law enforcement, which is all part of activity.
All right, so one of the things that Young Thug's lawyer did, which was amazing, is part of his probation condition is that the DA, Fani Willis, cannot just say, hey, you violated a term in your probation, I'm sending you back to jail. No, Fani. What all Fani can do is file a motion to request that he be brought in front of the judge for her to plead her case, and the judge has to decide if he violated his probation or not, and if she does, what his punishment should be. So we all know that Fani Willis and the DA really wants Thug back in jail, but they can't just make the decision on their own. We don't know yet if the judge will even take this. According to his lawyer, Brian Steele, they shouldn't even entertain this, but I think they'll probably at least give Fani at least an opportunity to plead her case, to say like, hey, these are the reasons why. Like, you can't do something like that, you know? Do I think that she will get it? I think that she'll win her motion? Probably not. But the fact that Thug is going to have to come back, go back into court, sit down, hear this or whatever, and the fact that he might have to just doesn't make sense. And it just doesn't look good. The fact that he's back in front of the judge 3 or 4 months later, the fact that he even has a motion, the fact that they're submitting a motion, that does not look good. The judge was very nice to him. If you guys remember, they went through three judges. He was very lucky to end up with a judge that liked him. She even said, I like you. I think you're a good person. I want to see you get out there. I want to see you change your life or whatever. You don't want to be back in front of the judge 3 months later. Anyways, man, Thug, take it from me. Trust me, bro. Flowers. Start Instagramming meals. You know what I'm saying? Be a food reviewer. I'm going on a walk. You want to seem as much as a good citizen as possible, bro. Just trust me. You can have your own opinions. You can talk on the phone to your boys or whatever. We don't need to hear your opinion on RICO cases that's going on in Atlanta. We don't need to hear it. All right? Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. Our first quick story. Elon Musk says that he will not step down from his role at Doge despite reports. He says, yeah, fake news. So we told you guys about this yesterday, and there was reports from ABC, if I'm not mistaken, saying that they think that Musk is going to step down. Elon Musk calls the reports that he is stepping down from his role as Doge as fake news. The Tesla CEO responded to a tweet from the press secretary and reconfirmed the reports are untrue. What do you want me to tell you? I didn't think there's like such a big deal anyways, because May the 30th, he has to be gone anyways. He's just special counsel. He can't stay on. So even if he wants to leave, they wouldn't embarrass themselves after making this whole big statement and let him go now. Like it doesn't make sense. I think he's probably just going to like stay a little bit more in the background. You're not going to hear too much about him, especially about that from that big loss in Wisconsin. It's not super popular out here. And, you know, Tesla lost close to $1 trillion. He's just going to chill. He'll go about his business. May the 30th. You're not going to hear anything more about Elon Musk, and he might like pop back up in a year or so. That's my prediction. Anyways, let me know what y'all think. Y'all think he's going to step down? Y'all think it's real? I think there was probably some rumblings, right? Like there's always a little bit of truth to something that's fake, I think. But anyways, y'all let me know what you think. Our second quick story, Damon Wayans on Kanye West, comparing him to a homeless man. I think that he was trying to be nice to Kanye, but I don't know really how this came off. But anyways, listen to Damon Wayans, legendary legend Damon Wayans, and I'll tell you what I think on the other side. Take a listen.
I love Kanye, you know, and people are mad at him. What he's doing is wild, but, you know, when you see a homeless person in the street and they talking to themselves, you can't be mad at them. Something wrong. They sick.
Right.
Kanye, something wrong with him.
No, sorry, Damon, I love you, but if you guys go back and listen to the Friday podcast, or maybe I think it was Monday's podcast, I spent around 20 minutes doing an in-depth look at Kanye's interview with academics. Y'all go check it out if you didn't see it. And I always alluded to the fact that Kanye West is not crazy. There's nothing wrong with him. He himself says that he was misdiagnosed and he was not bipolar. He has autism. Kanye West is not crazy. Kanye West is a rich, successful artist that always likes to push boundaries. He likes to push boundaries in music. He likes to push boundaries in fashion. And now what I've discovered is the cars are not doing it for him anymore. Music is not doing anything for him anymore. Fashion is not doing it for him anymore. And his newfound love is walking around with a backpack expressing whatever he wants. He feels the ultimate freedom is being able to say whatever he wants, whatever on his mind. That's it. He means everything that he's saying, because everything that he's saying is not, it's not crazy what he's saying. It's not like he's saying the sky is yellow and the grass is blue. That would be crazy, and he didn't mean that. Then, yes, I would compare him to a homeless man. He's saying things that we're not supposed to say out loud. Yes, some things might be a little eccentric, but he's just talking about people, talking about Kim, talking about Drake, talking about Kendrick, talking about Jay, talking about whatever. And the things that he said about Jay-Z and Beyonce, people have speculated for years, but nobody would just say it. His fun and his enjoyment, now that he doesn't have to be in the music industry and he's not tied to anything, he's not trying to make a movie with Paramount, he's not trying to make music with Universal Music, he's not trying to sell his clothes on Spotify. He doesn't care. He doesn't have no attachments. He's just like a guy that works at McDonald's. And a guy that works at McDonald's will say everything that Kanye West is saying. He's not crazy. He's not crazy. He just doesn't care. He would rather have his freedom of speech than to be worth $6 billion. He's happy just being worth, he claims he's worth $2 billion, but even if it's only 600, 700 million, like Forbes says, he's happier with the 5 or 600 million and being able to say whatever he wants. That's his joy. He's done with the Lambos and the Ferraris and the mansions and the house. He doesn't want that anymore. Makes sense, doesn't it? I know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our third quick story. Antonio Brown raises over $60,000 for Georgia father arrested for leaving children at McDonald's to attend a job interview. Okay, a lot of stuff going on here because I just found out that he actually really wasn't at a job interview, but let me get to this. Antonio Brown has stepped up to assist a Georgia father of 3 who was arrested for leaving his young children unattended at the McDonald's to attend a nearby interview. Reports state that the 24-year-old Chris Lewis allegedly walked with his 3 kids from his apartment to the restaurant just before 4:30. March the 22nd, according to the press. The children are age 1, 6, and 10, and they spent their time alone in the restaurant in an indoor playground at McDonald's. Lewis was leaving the fast food joint, returning shortly after to check in on his kids, and then he left again. A worried customer called the police, the outlet said. Richmond County Sheriff deputy arrived at the restaurant, which is a McDonald's, and found the children unharmed and unaccompanied. However, the father was arrested and charged with deprivation of a minor. Former NFL baller Antonio Brown took to his Twitter account to raise awareness and to try to get in contact with the young father. AB also alleges that the GoFundMe raised $60,000, exceeding the goal of $50,000. He said he spoke to Lewis's girlfriend, who revealed they had been experiencing homelessness since November. AB hopes that this exposure leads to Lewis receiving a job offer. Okay. So I have a little post here. So this is from AB. He tweeted out, "Anybody know how to get a hold of Chris? I would love to help him." Augusta police said the dad who left his 3 kids at McDonald's at the restaurant wasn't at a job interview, left his kids alone for an hour and a half. Mom got called to the restaurant too, wasn't happy. Then when Antonio Davis saw that, he said, "Spoke to his girlfriend this morning. She said he was at a job interview and that they have been homeless since November. No funds will be sent to the family till the story is verified. If can't verify story, I will have GoFundMe return the money to everybody who gave something." Then he tweeted out, "Sometimes people just need some help. Happy to help Chris and his family get a stable life. Spoke with the family. They have been homeless since November, trying to make it. Next step will be helping Chris land a job." Okay, so basically he was like, regardless of what was happening, if he was not at a job interview or not, I'm still giving him the money. Okay. So I found out exactly what happened. He was at a job interview. The police checked that out. They saw surveillance tape and cameras. However, he was at a job interview at 1 p.m. He left the kids at 4 p.m. Apparently, he had to drop off a backpack to somebody. We don't know what was in his backpack or what was going on. I'm sure y'all could figure out if he doesn't want his kids and he has to drop off a backpack. Look, I think I agree with AB. Was it wrong of the father? Yes. However, he's still clearly going through hard times. He was at a job interview that day, so at least we know for sure that he was trying to get his life together. And that's why I think this was in social discussion, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember. I know we talked about it, though, this week. If we would have found out he never went to no job interview, he was like, whatever, stepping out on his girl, and you know what I'm saying? Like he was in the car or doing some craziness, I'd be like, okay, I don't feel sorry for him. But I agree with Antonio Brown with still giving him the money and still trying to help him. They're homeless. He's jobless. But whatever he was doing at 4 o'clock, he clearly didn't want his kids with him. He lied and said, yeah, it was because I was at a job interview, but we all know what he was probably doing and didn't want the kids there. And he's going through hard times. And I'm empathetic to that. Was he wrong? 1,000%. Is that something that he usually get arrested for? I don't know. It's tough to decide, you know? He's trying. So you guys decide how you think about this. The GoFundMe money was raised. Antonio Brown hopes now that he's going to try to get job offers from this. I don't know if I would offer him a job, although that I am empathetic to him. I just don't know if his instincts are correct. I would be a little fearful as an employer. However, somebody might give him a chance out there. So we shall see. Let me know what you guys think about this story in the comment section below. Our fourth quick story. India Love asks DDG about baby Halo's Ferrari. He admits that he rented it. He said, I thought it was cool. All right. I don't know when this was. I think think it was in 2024 when Halo turned 1. He had, I'm going to play the video for you, but he got baby Halo a Ferrari. And I was like, I don't really believe this. And if anything, he bought it for himself and he's saying it's for his son, but I didn't believe it. Here's a little video. Take a look. All right. And now here is him admitting that he rented it.
What happened to Halo Ferrari?
You want to be honest?
Yeah, of course, it's over here.
I rented it. Okay, I said it.
Okay.
I said it.
Why did you do that?
I think it was cool.
It wasn't a cool moment, and 95% of the people didn't believe you anyways, bro. Our fifth quick story. Adam22 says no jumper is broke and announces layoffs. All right, for those of you who don't know who Adam22 is, remember we talked about him for the past couple of weeks with him, Big U, Loose Cannon. They're all indicted on a RICO case, and Adam22 was the content creator that hired all of these guys. I told you guys that he got arrested and let out, and we don't know what's going on with the RICO case. Okay, so that's who Adam22 is. The future of No Jumper podcast is uncertain as founder Adam22, aka Adam Grand Mason, announced significant layoffs and structural changes. The company, which had seen rapid growth in viewership and social media following over the past 5 years, is grappling with financial struggles and legal issues. In a video update, Adam22 revealed two major setbacks which impacted the company. The first was the unexpected loss of No Jumper's Instagram account after nearly a decade of steady growth with no clear explanation from the platform. In response, Adam has laid off several employees, shutting down No Jumper store in Los Angeles and downsizing the company's operations by selling its warehouse and moving into a smaller workshop. Despite these changes, Adam expresses a sense of relief, admitting that these changes, though difficult, will help stabilize the company's finances. Reflecting on the past, he mentioned he should have kept the business overhead low, citing DJ Vlad's model of minimal staff and location costs as a more sustainable approach. The podcast is also dealing with a costly legal battle. A former employee, Yuri, has filed a lawsuit alleging workplace misconduct. With these changes and challenges ahead, Adam22 is focused on navigating the financial strain while restructuring No Jumper for a more sustainable future. All right. I do have a little video. Yeah, have a little video. Take a listen. By the way, I don't believe any of this, but go ahead, listen to the video.
So there's something that I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke. I know that might sound crazy. Between both of our YouTube channels last month, we got over 25 million views. We're doing well on Facebook and Snapchat.
Okay, I don't have to play the whole thing for you. I just really wanted you to hear that first line. There's something I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke. Okay, dude, that's not the way that a business talks or says things. Like, that's just not how things roll, okay? Like I told you guys, Adam got picked up last week by the feds. We all know that. And now this week, No Jumper is going broke. You heard him just say he has YouTube views of 25 million. In Snapchat, Facebook, yes, he lost his Instagram account. And yes, that is a substantial amount of money. I get it. But he makes far more money off of YouTube, okay? Instagram posts, it was just sponsored posts. And I was doing some research and they make, I think it was like $1,500 per post. Let's even call it $2,000. And let's say they do 5 a day. That's $10,000 a day. 25 million views on YouTube far exceeds that. So they're making money. Then there's Snapchat. There's a bunch of other revenue streams, his store, etc. I'm not saying that he's making as much as he was 5 years ago, but it's just not really adding up, okay? No Jumper is huge, especially in the West Coast and underground hip hop. I strongly believe that this has something to do with the RICO case. The feds were like, yo, bam, 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 bam. You need to stop doing this. Because No Jumper's whole thing, and that's why a lot of you might not know about No Jumper. No Jumper is literally like, how can I describe it? It's literally like the Breakfast Club for underground hip hop, right? Or like it's the mainstream show or podcast or YouTube page for underground hip hop. And there's a lot of people in underground hip hop, especially West Coast. They have their own culture. So that's their own thing over there. So he's huge. And that's the one thing I respect about Adam is that He never tried to go where most people go and talk about mainstream. He just built a whole platform off of underground to low, I don't want to say low level, but just not mainstream artist. And he has made a lot of money, and he has Plug Talk. He's in the adult industry. Like, he makes a lot of his money. However, what comes with that is he employed a lot of these street guys. And I think the feds were probably like, yo, you need to stop this, need to stop that, whatever. And now to let them go, it's easier for him to just say, we are going broke. I've been hiding from you. We are going broke. And I think he's just blaming it on the fact that he's going broke. So I think he just wants to restructure and change his whole business structure because of the people that he had on his team. And the feds were probably like, yo, if you don't let these guys go, we're coming after you next. I think that was just a deal that he worked out with the feds. Y'all let me know what you think about that in the comment section. Our sixth quick story. Rubi Rose says her relationship with Drewski was real. She says she called it PR out of anger. I do not believe this at all. During a live stream with Aiden Ross, Rubi Rose opened up about her past relationship with Drewski. While she previously called it a PR stunt, she now admits it was real. Rubi explained that she only said it was fake because Drewski upset her. Since she has since apologized publicly and says they remain good friends. Here's a little video. Take a listen.
So I guess here's the honesty moment. Me and Drew were really in a relationship, and I said it was PR because he pissed me off and hurt my feelings. So yeah, but that was really lame of me and embarrassing that I shouldn't have said that. But I was like, I had to stand on it. But you know.
All right, this is Rubi just trying to clean up her own mess. That was a full PR stunt. We talked about this. It happened like a year ago on the podcast. And it was so fake. It was like ridiculously fake. You all know that Drewski, his whole thing is trolling, right? His whole thing is trolling. And it was a troll of him being with Rubi Rose. We knew all that. The fake kissing, like it just looked so fake. And I think something happened. And then she was like, you know what? I'm just going to come out and be real and be like, yeah, it's a PR stunt. But her saying it's a PR stunt ruins it for anybody else that wants to work with her and do stuff like, hey, I want to pay you to maybe do this stunt with me. I want to pay you to do this troll. But if you're in the industry and you're in the know and you're known as a person who is actually going to leak what's really going on, then no one's going to work with you. So she's just trying to clean up her mess and be like, actually, it wasn't a PR stunt. I was just doing that because I was mad at him, but it was actually really real. Like, give me a break. And another reason why she's doing that is that Drewski is large out here right now. He's getting major brand deals. He's getting big things going on. Kevin Hart is thinking about doing something with him and Kai, a movie deal with Hollywood. So, he's moving out of the internet creator, content creator, Instagram creator space to going over to Hollywood. So Ruby's like, shoot, let me clean this up. We all know it was a stunt, so just stop it. Our seventh quick story. Cenat says Drake's Nokia music video was not a banger. I told y'all that video was not good. Not good. Not a banger, however you want to call it. Listen to Kai.
Music video, not a banger. Let me tell you something, bro. This is me being honest, chat. Be honest, bro. Nokia is fun.
So he goes on for like 4 minutes and recreates the video as if he's filming it. He's like, okay, do this or do whatever. And he said the exact same thing that I said. He must be watching my podcast or something. He said the exact same thing that I said. You need to bring in like some 90s style or 80s styles. I think he said something about that they were in an arcade or go to a disco or do something like the visuals didn't match the song. At all. Like, at all. You can even have gone back to like 80s, make something like eclectic, just make something different. The video didn't match. Now, to Drake's credit, he decided that he wanted to mock Kendrick and do things that were a little bit like, not like us, and get the internet talking. It's working. Nokia is back on the charts. People are saying it's going to go back to number 1. I think it's going to be 7 this week. The video, I think last time I checked on YouTube, was at 4 million, which was pretty good for the fact that there's no like universal backing and all of that stuff. And this whole week, if you were on Instagram, you saw Nokia, and a lot of people are showing the comparisons on how Drake is trolling Kendrick. My gripe with this, and I think what Kai is saying, and I've heard a couple other people mention it, it's we are done with the Kendrick and Drake beef. Like, you had your opportunity last year, get back to the music. This is exactly why I have jumped off of the Drake fan wagon. Like, it's enough, like done. And until Drake makes songs and makes videos that have nothing to do with Kendrick, I said, like, okay, the little owl at the end, do one thing. At the end of Not Like Us, he had the owl in the cage. At the end of your video, you had an owl out the cage. I thought that was cool. But not the whole song where you're trolling him, you're making fun of the Super Bowl, and you're ha ha ha. Like, Drake needs to move past it. I understand he's not happy or whatever. I'm backing him in the court case. Go after Universal. Leave Kendrick alone. Your fans want you to make good music. And until he does that, until he makes a song that has nothing to do with Kendrick, like this song, and accompany it with a video that has nothing to do with Kendrick, I'm staying on the sidelines, man. No, not doing it. Let me know what y'all think about the video and my thoughts below. Our 8th quick story. Kevin Gates and Brittany Renner hold hands while listening to music. All right. You said they're loving out loud now. Oh, that's kind of funny. Loving out loud, Trent out loud. Hey! And the out louders. What? All right. Sorry, I'll get back to it. All right. So I cannot play this video for you really because they're listening to music and this video will get flagged for copyright. So I'm just going to fill it in with a YouTube approved song. So you can't really hear them, but he's just saying like, I'm unbothered. Yeah, haha. And he's singing the song. So what is notable about this is that I played a clip Wednesday or Tuesday where Kevin Gates showed up to DDG's stream and Brittany Renner was there with him. They weren't holding hands at the time. So it was like, maybe they're friends. We all know that wasn't the case, but we gave him the benefit of the doubt. Kevin Gates is married. Brittany Renner just joined the nation, and she's supposed to have changed her life around. If y'all don't know who Brittany Renner is, I'm not even going to get into it. Basketball, baby mama, Instagram, OnlyFans, changed over her life. So we're like, what's going on? If you change over your life, why are you with a married man? Now, Kevin Gates has been known to be very open with him and his wife, with women, but I didn't know like a whole like dating, like he's on a Neo tip. Anyways, they're IG official now. Here's a video. They're actually listening to one of my favorite songs, Soul for Real. Tell me what you wanted now. I'll give it to you. To you. Here we go. You are my love. Do you ever dream of? All right, let me stop it. If I sing over the music, YouTube will be fine with that. I hope. Anyways, I don't know. Shout out to Kevin Gates and Brittany Renner. I mean, like, if they like if they're together, and I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. I like them together. I think they would actually make a really good couple. But if he's married, then what are we doing here, man? But maybe he's getting divorced, maybe separated. We'll give him some grace and see what happens. Our 9th quick story. Ayesha Howard claps back at commenters regarding her child with Anthony. She said, I read comments that say, you kept that baby for a check. Okay. Clapback season. Ayesha Howard addresses comments regarding her child with Anthony. She states that she is often labeled as a gold digger due to her history of having a child with a successful artist, but states with a very successful artist, he's a basketball player. What? But states that she does not accept the comments regarding that she kept the baby with Anthony Edwards for a check amid child support rumors. Does she have a baby with somebody else? Hold on, I gotta Google this. Hold up. How many kids does Ayesha Howard have? 2. She has 2 children with father Anthony and little baby. I don't even know that. Yikes. Okay, I didn't know that. Does that change anything for me? It doesn't change much for me. Now, I was never concerned with her being a gold digger or not. I was more concerned with Anthony Edwards. And I really, really liked Ant Edwards before all of this. I felt like he could have been the future of the league. And this puts a heavy cloud over that. Look, if the girl is a gold digger or not, or what have you, however she is, whoever she is, you were with her. Nobody made you do that, without protection. And she got pregnant and she decided to keep the baby. Who am I to say if she believes in keeping babies or not? How can you know that? I know it does look a little bit worse now that she has a baby with a little baby, no pun intended. But regardless of that, I'm still upset at Anthony Edwards for not wanting visitation and to see his child. I just think that is wrong. Say whatever you want about her. I don't care. I'm not concerned about her. I'm concerned about him. She is asking for sole custody, and he is not arguing or fighting. He's like, look, I told you I didn't want the baby. You decided to have the baby, and I don't want to see the baby. But why should your child that is half yours suffer because of your ignorance? I don't know. I still don't agree with it. She also dispelled, I have a video, but there's also this that said, Ayesha Howard shuts down rumors of Anthony Edwards requesting to pay all his child support payments up front. She said, there is no court documents, motion, or proceedings that have occurred, nor have I offered or guaranteed to such terms. Nor have I been offered or agreed to such terms. Anyways, I'll just play a little video. This is long. She did it for like 10 minutes. Maybe we'll put this up on our Instagram, formerly out loud, if you guys want to see the whole thing. I'll play a little clip right now. Here it is.
I've also come to realization that there are just certain allegations that I will never, ever beat with you guys. I'm viewed as a certain type of woman because I'm beautiful and have a nice body. And normally women like that attract a certain caliber of men, which is also not my fault. And now that I am in yet another situation where I now have a child with another successful man, there's no telling you guys that I'm not a gold digger.
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, because I'm a very attractive woman and because I have a nice body and I attract, I don't know about all that. Like I said, I don't care about her at all. Not a fan. Anthony is still in the wrong. Simple as that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And we'll post the full 5 1-minute clips on Formerly Out Loud for you guys to listen. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Our 10th quick story. Kanye West addresses wife Bianca Censori leaving him in new song, Bianca. Kanye raps, I just want you to come back. I guess we the new Cassie and Diddy. I tell you, man, this guy's just bored. He's bored. Kanye West seemingly confirms report that his wife Bianca Censori previously left him as academics previewed a new song called Bianca. Although it's not clear if the couple remains split, academics says the song is based on a true story. Some users debate if the song is an older story. However, they suggest the two may have reunited. Either way, on his Wednesday, April the 2nd live stream, academics said Ye is dropping a new album called WW3. In the chorus, Ye sings, Bianca, I just want you to come back to me. I just know what I did to make you, I know what I did to make you mad, Bianca. I just want you to come back to me. Want you to come back to me, want you to come back to me, want you to come back to me. Wow, he's really being very expressive with his pen, huh? In the opening verse, Kanye raps, my baby, she ran away, but first she tried to get me committed. I'm not going to the hospital because I'm not sick. I just do not get it. Okay, I'm not reading any more of these lyrics because they're just ridiculous, but I told you guys earlier, Kanye is just bored, man. If you listen to the song, obviously I can't play it for copyright. I'll put it on Formerly Out Loud. Horrible. It's not even a real song. He's just bored. A rich man, bored, nothing else to do. Trust me. Our 11th quick story. Keke Palmer receives mixed reactions after announcing podcast episode with Jonathan Majors. Keke Palmer has sparked a debate after announcing an upcoming episode with her podcast, Baby, This Is Keke, featuring controversial actor Jonathan Majors. Following the announcement, some argued that as somebody who has publicly shared her experience with DV, a lot of people do not think that Keke should give a platform to somebody like Jonathan. Okay, so y'all know that Jonathan was found guilty of putting hands on his girlfriend. But it wasn't like a full DV guilty. It was a very light, it was a misdemeanor. It was nothing at all like the Diddy situation, Diddy and Cassie, okay? So everybody has a right to their own opinion, fine. But why can't she bring him on the podcast and talk with him about what happened? Why does everybody feel nowadays like, if you bring this person, we're never going to watch you again and you're canceled, it's over? Like, why not wait to hear the interview, see how she handles the situation, see how she talks about it, and then say, wow, I really don't like how she was chummy with him. I don't like how she didn't hold him accountable. I don't like that she didn't ask him. Like, I feel like everybody, well, you're canceled. You're over. You're finished. Like, even Perez Hilton put out a little clip and he titled it, "Is Keke Palmer Canceled?" Like, what are you talking about? If you look at the preview from her podcast, it says, Keke Palmer with Jonathan Majors, it says, "No easy answers, accountability and moving forward with Jonathan Majors." Accountability is a loaded word, right? We're living in a times where we want real accountability, especially for things men have gone away with for far too long. At the same time, finding forgiveness feels harder. It keeps on going on. But she's clearly going to talk to him about the misdemeanor that happened. So why are we got to cancel her because she's giving him a platform. He was just on the Breakfast Club. I didn't see people talking about canceling the Breakfast Club. Like, I feel like y'all pick and choose with people. You know, it just doesn't make sense. Now, this announcement came out April the 1st, and the people or the company who produce her podcast put this out and said, "April Fools, but the real fool is anybody who hasn't listened to Baby, This Is Keke Palmer." So I think they put this out. It just so happens they put it out on April Fools. Now there's backlash, people saying that you got to cancel Keke Palmer, and now the company's coming out saying, "Ha, April Fools." But come on, who would go to that extent, knowing that you sat down, they recorded the podcast, they previewed the episode, they're putting it up there, all that to be like, "Ha, April Fools." That's not no funny joke. Like, give me a break. Anyways, I think I read somewhere it's supposed to be coming out I don't know if I have it here. I think it's April the 5th. I hope she puts it out and at least give people the opportunity to judge what the interview is based on and not to be afraid of this cancel culture. Barbara Walters has interviewed all walks of people. You know what I mean? And she is arguably one of the greatest journalists ever. Oprah Winfrey, like, she's had people from that place. The people with the letter K, and they have more K's in their name. Like, bad people. It doesn't mean you're giving somebody a platform or you're promoting them. You're bringing them on to have a conversation. And maybe I'm the type of person that loves to have conversation and to see things from both sides. And some of you guys drag me for that, but I don't feel like there's anything wrong unless she brings them on and talks about partying and fun and, you know, Megan Good and who we just got married to in the movie, and don't talk about anything like that at all. Then I still don't think she should be canceled, but now you could give her a little flack and be like, why should we watch you if you're not holding people accountable, if you're not talking and asking the real questions? Anyways, I'm being real chatty because it's Friday, but let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Our 12th quick story. Y'all here for it? Warner Brothers green-lit a 4th Friday movie, says Ice Cube, and it will be called Last Friday. And guess what? I waited to give you guys this news till it was a Friday. Y'all know I, of course, love the movie Friday because I just like the movie. It's actually hilarious. But of course, y'all know my favorite day of the week is Friday. I'm sad that this is going to be the last Friday. I hope they bring all the characters back. If Chris Tucker is not in there, I'm not even going to go see it. But I heard that was one of the things that they were waiting for. So Chris, I'm sure, is going to be back. And Ice Cube has been trying a long time to get this through. And apparently it is finally green lit. Very excited for it. Let me know if y'all are excited to see It's Friday. Maybe they should name it It's Friday. That'd be a better name except for Last Friday. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. All right, this brings me to my favorite segment, Comments of the Day. All right, we're going to kick things off with a name that I have no idea, so I'm just going to call you Reese, because everything is all together. You didn't tell me your name at the end. So Reese says, Trent, I disagree with your thoughts about respecting people that want to do something, referring to Trump. Yes, he is doing something, but not what people want. He's controlling the narrative and telling people what to want. Anytime anybody is doing something that is detrimental to others and is for self-gain, how can you respect anything they are trying to do? It's disappointing that you gave him a pass for ignoring what is best for people and for giving his lies and harmful wrongdoing. He should be ashamed and called out for what he is truly doing and not given a pass. All right, Reese, sorry if I'm not saying that your name right, but Reese, I disagree. And I love that you gave me that comment. I love when people disagree with me. That's the whole point of this podcast. So please don't feel like this is anything towards you, but I respectfully disagree as well too. Donald Trump is not telling people what they want. Donald Trump, and what I said that I respect is Donald Trump told you guys on the campaign trail that he is going to govern with tariffs. He said that every rally, every time he got on Fox News, every time he got on CNN, he told you guys that at the debates. He told you that all the time. So yes, not all 78 million or how many ever million people voted for him want exactly what he wants, but he said that this is what he was going to do. And that is what I respect. My job here is not to sit down and to nitpick of every single thing that Donald Trump does and say that this is bad for this person or that bad for that person. Just like when Joe Biden was in power, that this is not bad and that is bad, etc., etc. My job here is to, as an independent, is to judge each candidate fairly and in the middle. That's what being an independent does, is giving them the opportunity to present their case. And it should always be on the best case. And like I said earlier, I don't necessarily agree with the way that he's using tariffs, but I understand it. And I also respect the fact that he campaigned on it. He promised it. He said he was going to do it. And through immense backlash, through immense pressure of do not do this, he still did it. And that is something that you have to respect. I wish the Democrats would do things like this. I wish the Democrats would come and say, you know what? We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do this, even though I don't agree. But if you say you're going to do something, do it. Like, to me, that is all that we have as humans. Like, I don't need a contract. Like, give me your word. Like, that is, you know what they say in Scarface? All I have in this world is my and my word. Like, give me your word. And I have to respect that. I have to respect the fact that he campaigned on that, although it wasn't popular. He won the popular vote. He won the swing states, and he came in, and he's not like, oh, well, I'm going to be worried about the stock market. I'm going to be worried about what people think. This is what he believes. Again, I don't necessarily agree with it. I told you how much money I lost yesterday. I'm not happy about that either. I even said, I don't think it's going to work and bring back manufacturing. However, you have to hear everything in totality when I'm saying. I just respect the fact that he said he was going to do it. He campaigned on it. He won on it, and he's doing it. You have to give that respect. If you don't, that's fine, but that's all I was talking about. Next person is Charles. Charles, oh, I love this one. Charles says, let's go. Trent, I think I may or may not be your biggest fan from out here. Guess where, Trent? I mean, I have never missed a show, and I believe you can verify that with your system. This is Kobe. Okay, sorry that I called you Charles, but your avatar at the top was Charles. This is Kobe from Kumasi, Ghana, West Africa. Love you, man, always. Okay, I know it's a Jamaican salute and not African, but I'm so happy. As you guys know, we have a big following in South Africa. I used to live in South Africa for a year modeling. However, I've never gone outside of South Africa, and it's my dream to visit Nigeria and Ghana. And I'm so happy. I'm elated. This has made my Friday. I couldn't wait to get to this comment. Shout out to you. Thank you for watching. I really want to come out there. I'm like, you have no idea. As a Jamaican, as I've done my research, Jamaicans, they say when the ships brought us over there, 85% of Jamaicans come from Ghana and Nigeria, or Nigeria. That's why our food is so similar and our cultures are so similar. So, very excited to know that even if it's one person out in West Africa, in Ghana, is watching, try to share this podcast with your friends, family, and loved ones out there, man. Love this. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. I Googled how to pronounce the town that you're in. Hope I didn't mess it up. But thank you for your support. Thank you that you never missed a show, and just love that you're in Ghana. Open invitation, man. Anytime you want to come anywhere in the US or Canada, hail me up. And I'm definitely going to reach out to you if I ever get to Ghana. But I will come there one day, 1000%. Anyways, thank you for that. All right, next one is Dana said, you're unsure about a lot. I laughed when I saw this. Shout out to Dana. Again, I like the hate and the love. But I'm unsure about a lot. I really have to think about that. Do you guys agree with that? Now, there is sometimes, I'm sure even in this podcast, where I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. And I actually think that that's a good quality to have, that I'm not always like closed-minded, or I don't rush to judgment. And sometimes I'm maybe not sure of how I feel about something, maybe because I don't have all the information. I don't feel like I've processed it enough. And I just feel like that's a good quality. I would get if I was unsure about everything, but I mean, I think I'm pretty opinionated. I'd sit down here in front of you guys by myself, tell you at least 30 stories, and I give an opinion to at least 90, 95% of them. The ones that I'm kind of like on the fence about, I'll bring it to a social discussion and be like, guys, or even yesterday I was like, man, I'm not pulling over on the side of the road for that person. Is that bad? I wasn't even unsure. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do it. And I asked if that was bad. By the way, I saw a lot of you people in the comment section saying it's not bad at all. I think I have one comment here that I took. It's like, no, that's not bad at all. So I definitely am very open with you guys. And that's the whole point. I always say this is a community and this is a podcast that we do together. And I need you guys in the comment section. And I don't feel like it's bad that I come unsure, but anyways, like I said, Dana, no problem. You're unsure about a lot. Let me know if you guys agree with that. I disagree. Anyways, the next one is from Susan, or Suzanne, I think it is. It's my dyslexia. Sorry, give me grace. Suzanne, we'll just go over it, Suzanne. Hi, Trent from Houston. Whoop, we big in Texas, yo. From Houston. I'm a first responder and I'm supposed to stop and render aid. I have done this many times in the past. These days, I'm not sure if I would stop. I don't know what this word is. If it happens, I would definitely stop. I just Googled what IBSWE is and it came up irritable bowel syndrome. I really don't believe that's what you mean. If it was irritable bowel syndrome irritable bowel syndrome happened, I would definitely stop. You see how funny that is? Because that is something that you would definitely stop for, but I really don't think that that's what you mean. Let me know if it is what you mean, though, because maybe you're just trying to make a joke. Anyways, woo! It's Friday. We can make these jokes. Anyways, thank you. Like I said, I saw a lot of people saying, Trent, you're not wrong. Yeah, these days, pretty dangerous. I did see some people saying, if you see the accident literally happening live in your face, for sure, then you would stop. And that's what I said too. I would stop, or I would even call at that point, but you have to be very careful these days. So most of you guys agreed with me. Suzanne, please let me know if you meant irritable bowel syndrome. That would be so funny if you didn't. It's funny if you did or didn't. Anyways, next is Nicole. Relationship goals. A younger me and you, Trent. I love you, young man. Your faithful viewer, Auntie Nikki from Brooklyn, New York. I'm an out louder. Keep up the great work. All right. Shout out to Brooklyn. Y'all know I'm New York the heart of me, man. You know, I used to live in Queens. My cousin lives in Brooklyn. I would go there a lot. So Brooklyn and Queens. Well, what did they say? I'm Queens by way of Brooklyn or Brooklyn by way of Queens? I don't know. Anyways, I rep both, all right? Flatbush, what up? And yeah, all right, a younger me and you. What up, Nicole? Relationship goals. That was from yesterday's question of the day. What was it? What couple are relationship goals? Well, it's me and Nicole. Personality 333 says, "Hi Trent, absolutely love your show and watch every weekday and now sometimes over the weekend. Commenting for the first time from Oxford, UK." All right, shout out to the UK. Y'all know I love my viewers in UK. For me, relationship goals is absolutely Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. They feel like one of the most authentic and genuine couples ever, at least to me anyways. All right, first of all, thank you for your first post. Welcome. I mean, you were an out louder before, but when you're in the comment section, this makes you official. So thanks for commenting for the first time and thanks for watching every day and my little weekend episodes. And you know what? To be honest with you, I agree. Where I feel like a lot of the relationships are not real. Like I said from the beginning, Kanye and Kim, they just got together for the publicity of it all. I know they have kids and whatever, but was not love, if you ask me. And trust me, I've been in this entertainment industry a lot. A lot of people do that. There'll be people who hook artists up. Like, oh, this would be good if you guys got together. This would be good for your image, and it's a fake relationship. And we want you guys to hook up and go out. Paparazzi will go crazy, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll do it. We'll get married. We'll have kids for that." Trust me, they do these wild things. However, I agree with you that ASAP Rocky and Rihanna do look very genuine and very authentic. I agree with you. All right, next is Tamara. By the way, Miss Tamara, I saw a lot of people wishing you happy birthday. On episode 476, you called me out. Well, episode 475, you called me out saying, "Hey, Trent, you missed my birthday last Friday." Episode 476, I sang for you. I asked everybody to comment. Can you comment happy birthday to Tamara in the comment section? And I woke up and I saw a bunch of happy birthdays. And then I saw, "Good morning, Trent, morning out louders." I feel like Tamara is maybe just busy, commented to say hi, which is still cool, but I don't think that she listened to the episode or looked at the comments because she would have seen all the birthday wishes. So I hope by the time this comes out, Tamara, you saw this. If you for somehow skip episode 476, go back and listen to it. Go back to the comment section because I sang you happy birthday. And that, that's a big deal. I don't think I've ever sung anybody happy birthday on this podcast. You're the first. And there was also somebody else's birthday too, but acknowledge that you see it, please, or else I'm gonna have to sing it again. I'll have to sing it every day until you see it or acknowledge, like, I saw it. I have to really make sure. So today I will spare you guys, but if you don't say anything on Monday, then I'm gonna sing it again. Actually, now you're probably not gonna do it just to make me sing it again. All right, let me change my mind. I'm not gonna sing it again, but just please let me know that you saw it. All right, I put effort in here for you tomorrow. Anyways, happy birthday once again. And thank you everybody for commenting below and wishing Tamara happy birthday. All right, next one is Jenny, I think. She says, "Hey, out loud, you're having way too much fun with the intros." It actually is really super fun. I can't lie. Sometimes, I don't know how long you guys been following, but at first it was like I would just put the news headlines, and then I was like, oh, let me just put a full joke. And now I'm going back to putting it's my little creative process. It gets my creative juices out, but I am definitely having so much fun. It gets me going. I record it before I record the actual show. And sometimes if I'm tired, if I'm not in a good mood, it gets me going. And then I'm like, yo, what up, y'all? Boom, let's go. It's Friday. You can't just be sitting down and be like, it's Friday. So the intros get me going. All right. So there's a little glimpse into my process. All right, the last one is Rachel. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Rachel says, "Yes, thank you. One of the reasons," and she put it to 818. I didn't go back to check what 1818 is, but she says, "Yes, thank you." So she definitely agrees with me. "One of the reasons why I watch your show, you have book smarts and common sense. Those two do not usually come hand in hand with people I've noticed. and my life, I think in my life, was going to say the same thing about jumping out a private plane or jet. Roro from Detroit area, but in Ohio at the moment. What up, Detroit? What up, Doe? Roro, thank you. Another reason why, well, that's such a nice comment, and I thank you for that. And one of the reasons why I wanted to tell you guys this comment, Rachel joined this channel 2 years ago, and she has commented over 100 plus times. Rachel Roro from Detroit, what up, Doe? Thank you so much. Really love that. And yeah, I wish I would have read one of your comments out before, but you know, we gotta slowly get there. Slowly we'll get to everybody. So thank you everybody for commenting. Like I say every day, I wish I could read out every single comment, but hey, it would be a 4-hour podcast at that point. Keep on commenting. Thank you so much. All right, this brings us to social discussion of the day. Michelle Obama on whether she'd be attracted to a guy who isn't financially sound. She said, I married one. Take a listen.
Would you be attracted to a guy who's not financially sound when you meet him?
I married one. I think women are also confused about what they want and what they should be looking for in a mate. So there are a lot of people who aren't looking deep enough. They aren't thinking broadly enough about what makes for a good partner. And instead, we all just look at the superficial things. The first question we ask if we're on a blind date, so tell me, what do you do?
All right, so I want to bring this to social discussion to see what you guys think about this. Let me just give us some context. Ladies, Michelle Obama has some advice for you. During a recent episode of her In My Opinion podcast, she stated that she married a man who wasn't exactly financially sound and it paid off. Is she speaking facts? Can you date somebody who isn't exactly what you've envisioned? So, like I said, I want to bring this to social discussion. Do you think that ladies nowadays are only looking for a man that has financial security or that can offer financial security? And if you do you think that is a good thing? Now, one of the things I want to bring up is I don't necessarily think it's wrong or we should think negatively about a woman that wants financial security. But why I agree with Michelle is that it shouldn't only be a man that is already a multimillionaire and that's it. Because the man that is a multimillionaire today could be broke next year. And what I think is better is find a man that is ambitious. Find a man that is hardworking. Find a man that is relentless in his pursuit of success. I don't know how much you guys know about my story, but my parents came to Canada from Jamaica, didn't really have a lot. I started out with not having a lot, and I had 5 failed businesses before I had my first successful, multi-million-dollar business. I tried to be in the music industry. That took a long time to get there. I was a struggling model. It took a long time to become an international model. But the common denominator is I was ambitious. I was relentless in my pursuit. And I always was successful in whatever I tried to do. And I think that a woman that wants to be with a man like that, I have no problem with that, because I want to be with somebody who is equally as ambitious. It doesn't necessarily have to be financial, but your goals could be, man, I really want to change this, or I really want to help this, or whatever, etc. For me, my partner doesn't necessarily have to have those financial ambitions, but I want her to be ambitious in something, a cause or whatever. Or if it is business or money, that's up to her. Great. But you just have to be wanting to do something. And I think that the mistake that this newer world is going after is like, we want to skip all of that and just go right to the money and not know where the money comes from. And I think that's when you could end up being in a bad situation, because somebody could go broke, and then if they don't have the ability to get that back, or they could have inherited it, or they could have just, got, I don't really believe in luck, but they could have just come about it from, one thing they did and they can't replicate that. So I think what Michelle saw in Barack was that he was going to be successful and he was going to be ambitious and he was going to be relentless in his pursuit of whatever his dream was going to be. And I feel that if you look for that, then you'll find the right guy. If that's something that you like, if something of success and financial freedom and security, if that's not your thing, then fine. You could be happy with the guy that works at the bank 9 to 5 and makes average salary. Some people are happy with that. I don't mind that lifestyle. I don't mind people that are into that. Like I told you a bunch of times, my sister is total opposite of me. She's happy just in her life. She has her 4 kids. She's married. My sister could be the president or the CEO of the company that she works at. She doesn't want that life. I respect that too. But there are some women who want more. And I think those women, it's okay to go with the successful man. Just don't go just with money alone. Go with somebody who is ambitious, smart, and relentless of their success, the pursuit of success. Just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to question of the day. Who is the most respected celebrity? No scandal, no controversy. I like these. All right, the first one is Adam Sandler, 100%. I don't know if, this is a tough question. Who's the most respected? The fact that they have just because they have no scandal and no controversy, does that mean that they're respected? Kind of tough, but let's go no scandal, no controversy, I guess. Morgan Freeman, I kind of heard something about him back in the day. Anyways, fine. Somebody said President Obama. That's arguable. I mean, there's some things that he did in his presidency that people don't love him for. Denzel Washington. That's a good one. Angela Bassett. That's good. Somebody said LL Cool J. No, LL Cool J has a mess. Trust me. Queen Latifah. That's true. You haven't really heard that much about Queen Latifah. No mess with Queen. Another person said Adam Sandler. Another person says Denzel Washington and Obama. Keanu Reeves, I've never heard anything negative about him. It's true. It's all the three here. Denzel, Obama, and Adam Sandler. Oh, hold on here. Somebody has a list. Without question, Denzel, Pauletta, which is his wife, Samuel Jackson, his wife, Angela Bassett, Viola Davis. She never hear nothing about Viola Davis, huh? Felicia Rashad, that's another good one. LeBron, the family man, James. Okay. You kind of get a little bit of backlash with him. Yeah, come on. There's just that whole Toronto girl scandal thing. I know it didn't really hit mainstream media, but we reported it here. Adam Sandler, Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks never had no little drama back in the day. I think he probably did, and we just don't know. And then they said, my forever president, Barack Obama. It's crazy that Barack Obama never had any personal scandal, like nothing. They tried to dig everything up possible on him. Somebody said Morris Chestnut. Chadwick Boseman, that's a good one. I think Felicia Rashad is probably the most epic one. Like, you've never heard nothing about her. Zendaya, that's true. For somebody young, you never really hear nothing about Zendaya. That's a really good one. Nipsey Hussle, that's arguable, depending who you ask. Samuel Jackson, Regina King, it's true. You don't hear no tea about her. Lala Anthony, come on. When she was divorcing Carmelo, by the way, Carmelo's inducted into the 2025 Basketball Hall of Fame. Shout out to Carmelo Anthony. Issa Rae, you got some stuff with Issa Rae and what's the girl that she was beefing with? One of her co-stars. Oh gosh, she just got off of Instagram. She's starting a YouTube channel now. Ugh, you guys know how I am with names. Not gonna remember. Anyways, there was some beef with her. Brad Pitt. Are you kidding me? With him and his divorce? Are you kidding me? With Angelina Jolie and the drama that she says that he caused, the stuff that he did to kids and everything. His own kids don't want to be with him. Brad Pitt? Are you joking? Somebody said it should be Beyonce. You obviously didn't watch yesterday's podcast. All right, Michelle Obama, Viola. I think Viola Davis and Felicia Rashad wins, man. And Chazwick. All right, Kelly Rowland. That's a good one. Russell Wilson, very good one. Somebody said P. Diddy. All right, stop. I'm putting my phone down. Let me know if we forgot anybody in the comment section Hello. All right, this brings us to sports news. John Morant seemingly reacts to reports of the NBA investigating his GUN gesture during the game. Reports came out on Wednesday that the NBA is launching an investigation into John Morant after he seemingly threw a finger GUN gesture at the Golden State Warriors game during the final moments. Anyways, just hours after it dropped, he took to Twitter and he said, "Jaw this, jaw that," with laughing emojis. Even Stephen A. Smith, he said, "Come on, NBA and the rest of us, totally unnecessary. Let John Morant play in peace. Let's not look for things. The playoffs are about to begin. Let's enjoy the games. Morant didn't do anything flagrant. Folks are reaching now." Listen, was it a gesture? Was it a GUN gesture? For sure it was. Because of Ja and the trouble that he's got into the past 2 times with having actual real GUNs, makes this a problem. I'm sorry. And I love Ja. If you know, we're watching from way back in the day when this happened, I was like, yo, give him grace. The first time I was like, yo, he's young, love Ja. The second time he did it, I was like, yo, bro, I'll try to defend you. I'll try to ride with you. But then you do the same thing again the second time. I was like, you're ridiculous. Still got love for him, but you know you have that history. The NBA says they base things on your history. That's why Draymond Green, if he does one little thing now, if he touches somebody, he can get suspended for like 30 games because they say, and they're transparent about it, we look at your record and the fact that you have had issues 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Now, if Draymond Green does that to somebody, he could probably get suspended. So Ja doing that gesture, if he was nobody that's never gotten in trouble, he probably wouldn't talk about it. He wouldn't say anything. But because of his history of being suspended for almost half the season, why would you do that? Like, it just makes no sense. Anyways, whatever. Y'all let me know what you think. This irritates me when these guys do this. You're like a multi-gazillionaire and you're doing these ridiculous things, man. It makes no sense at all. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. All right, y'all. That is it for me. This is a wrap on my week, on my Friday show. Hey, it's the weekend. It's the weekend. It's the weekend. Hey. Whoop, whoop. I'm very, very excited. I have mixed reactions. I'm actually very tired. I've changed up my schedule a little bit. And I'm tired, but I'm also very excited because I have some plans that I'm excited about. So, whoop, whoop. I think maybe I'll take a nap and then, anyways, y'all don't need to know that much about my life. Before I let you go, I'll just remind you of all the ways to keep up with the Trent Out Loud podcast. All right. I'm sure some of you were like, yeah, continue. I want to know the tea. All right. For my YouTubers, if you are ever going on a trip, you're going on a plane, you're going on somewhere where you cannot access YouTube page or the app, have no fear because we are available on all podcast platforms. So you could download us and take us with you anywhere you go. Just go to any podcast platform and type in Trent Out Loud. The show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow or subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. And just like YouTube, we upload daily. Make sure to check us out. Now, vice versa. For those on podcast platforms that listen to this show, thank you so much for your downloads and your support. However, we, the Out Louders, suggest that you come over and check us out on YouTube because the community out here is lit. By the way, asterisk, I say this every day, but the community over on Spotify and Apple is starting to be a little poppin' too. There's some comments over there now, not nearly as much as YouTube, but I will give them credit. Spotify and where is it? I think it's Apple. Yeah, it's Apple that is starting to have some people in the comment section. So shout out to Apple and Spotify. Regardless, y'all should come over here, all right? Put all those comments over here on YouTube. This is where the Out Louders are. This is where our home is. Come check us out on YouTube, okay? Now, I'll tell you a little bit of housekeeping rules. When you come on over here, you got to hit the subscribe button. That gives you the membership into the house, into the family. You got to hit the like button. You got to get the algorithming. Then, very important, you got to comment. The subscription gives you like the card, but when you comment, now you're officially like at the cookout. You know what I'm saying? Got to comment. Whether it's on a question that I ask, your opinion, you see, I read comments that are positive and negative. Comment whatever you would like. That's the best thing. If you don't feel like commenting, you're not into that kind of stuff, that's cool. Just at least drop me a comment. Hey, Trent, what's up? And let me know where you're from. I see the analytics in the back end, but the people don't. And I just like for everybody to see where everyone's from. And it's just nice to talk to somebody on the other side of the globe and we all come together and have a conversation about whatever it is, politics or whatever. So just try to comment below. Lastly, if you really enjoy the show, and like I was saying about my homie in Ghana, try to share the show with your family, friends, or loved ones, because that definitely helps in growing the channel. So please try to share the episode if you like it. That's just a bonus, not a must. Must is subscribe, like, and comments, all right? Now, for those of you who would like or are interested in following me on social media, I'm available on all social platforms, and it's always the same handle, Trent Out Loud. And recently, we have started a blog page on Instagram called Formally Out Loud. There's no Trent, it's just formally, Formally Out Loud. And like I said earlier, that's where we'll put some extended videos that we don't have time to put in this show, or if there's swearing or copyright, we'll put it over there. I'll try to remember to put the Kanye song over there if you guys want to check it out. So go over and follow that Instagram to get kind of like this show after this show. All right. That is it. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Be safe, have fun, rest, do whatever you need to do, but make sure that you come back here Monday morning or Sunday night, whatever time zone you're in, and check us out. We'll be back. Have a great weekend. I'll see you soon. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace.